Hello everyone, welcome back to Velocity Verdict. Today we are going to be reviewing this Fiat 500e. Now at the front we have, it says 500, but since it's an electric car, it doesn't have a grille, so the front end is mostly closed off. We have some openings down below for cooling the battery, but other than that the front end is closed off. And then we have these funky looking LED headlamps with the turn indicators down over here. I would say a pretty funky spot for the indicators, and then these are its headlamps on top, and then we have the reflectors on the side, and then we have the Italy flag on the side. It looks like it's a turn indicator on the side, but it's a design. And then these are its wheels that are mostly closed off, but it has openings to cool the brakes, and we have the 500 badge on them as well. And overall it's a dual tone color with a black and silver finish. And then our tire profile is 205 by 45 R17. So we do have 17-inch tires on the front and over in the rear. And then we have these body colored mirror caps with no LED turn indicators, but we have this bright red paint that looks cool. And we only have two doors, so one door and no door at the back, but we do have four seats. And once we come at the back, we have the Fiat badging down here, and we have these all LED tail lamps at the back with the red turn indicator signal. And overall, this is the rest of the rear. Now let's see what's underneath the hood. Let's see if there's a frunk in front or not, but we have these lines that are raised on the center. But other than that, underneath the hood, we don't have a frunk, but it's powered by a 42 kilowatt hour battery that produces 117 horsepower and 161 pound-feet of torque. And it gets 141 miles of electric driving range. And then we do have this split headlamp design. I just noticed that one light is on the hood and the next is below. Yeah, I would like to give a huge shout out to Auto Express, Fiat, and Alfa Romeo in ED who let me spend some time with this Fiat 500 so I can review it for you guys. I'll include a link down in the description below so you can check out what inventory they have currently. Before we move forward with this review, I just want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post unique content for you guys, and I'm going to get more unique videos for you guys, so please subscribe to stay updated. And guys, let me know down in the comments what do you think about the looks of this Fiat 500e, and let me know how do you like this bright red paint on this. I feel it looks pretty good on the car, and this red color doesn't look too bad. It does come in other colors as well, like it even comes in a brownish color. But yeah, we do have a back glass if someone can fit in the second row, but not. These are its door handles. You have to push inside and open it. Once we come inside the doors, over here we do have like more of like a hard plastic basic materials, but over here we have soft touch place to rest our arm. And since it only has two doors, our power window controls are over here for both the windows. This is to adjust our mirrors. And then we do have cup holders over here, and then our emergency release, but our emergency release latch is down here to open our doors. Otherwise we do have this button to open our doors from the inside. Other than that, we do have manually adjustable seats over here and no height support. And then it says we have the 500 branding on the seats. We have these cloth leather seats with this Fiat branding in them, Fiat mentioned. But otherwise, these seats look quite premium for its category. So yeah, and then we do have this red lining all around. That's cool. And once we get in, our traction off, headlamp controls, brightness increase, decrease controls are over here. Okay, so we do have to close the door physically. It looks weird inside, but we do have a bunch of practical controls over here for instrument cluster, infotainment system, voice command, and then wow, have you ever seen such a small car with cruise control? Yes, this does come with cruise control. So our cruise control controls are over here, and then we have the 500 badging on the horn with this glossy black finish. And then for the steering wheel, it has kind of like a basic touch and feel to it, and it's we do have like a two spoke steering wheel, but looks quite fancy for the steering wheel. Oh wow, we do have an engine start stop button. It's the first time I've ever seen an engine start stop button on an electric car. Have you ever? Oh, sorry. Why do I forget this is an electric car? Even if the engine start stop button is on, you won't hear any, you can say, voices. But we do have physical stocks for our headlamps and indicators, and we do have physical stocks for our wipers. And then this is our full electric gauge cluster, and we do have our tire pressure monitor. So it shows the tire pressure in all the tires. It shows you how much range we have. We have 60 miles left in 36%. We have 36% battery. It has adaptive cruise control because it can see the speed limit. It shows the speed limit with this camera up front. And then it has a fully digital instrument cluster so you can see the speed digitally. And overall, the screen would be the backup camera. And then this is our hazard lamps. And then since it's, you guys might be shocked with the price, but I feel they could do better with the interior. We have this red color that matches the outside of the car and a glossy finish. But these AC vents, they could do a little better job. I would say it's just serves the purpose. Otherwise, it's like basic looking AC vents, nothing too fancy over here. And then we do have some physical controls over here, like to increase, decrease the temperature, our automatic, our air conditioning. So all our like, I would say climate control. We have physical buttons for climate control for different modes. That's cool. And then we even have our defogger controls down here, internal circulation, fan speed, switch off the AC. We do have a USB port down here, and we also have a wireless charging down here. That's quite impressive. And then this is our gear selector with our park, reverse, neutral, drive. And then this is our E mode, which is referred to as our one pedal mode. We can change that from here, and this is to increase or decrease the volume. And I guess for the infotainment system, this is how it opens. It said Fiat, and our electronic parking brake is over here. And then wow, we do have a USB A and a USB C port in there, and a 12-volt socket as well. And then we do have a soft cloth trim on our armrest and soft touch. And overall, I would say it's a small storage space. I've never seen such a small center console in this, but yeah, it's too small. And then oh, most of we do have a subwoofer, but most of all, there's like a lot of hard plastic on this car. And then, but yeah, I'm impressed with the glove box. It's quite a big size glove box. I would say the glove box is double the size of its storage. The center console is like a huge glove box. I'm impressed with the space they have in the glove box. Now let's look at how clarity the backup camera is. Okay, so we have to press the brake and then it would switch gears. So this is the clarity of its backup camera. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with the clarity of its backup camera. It's quite clear compared to the car. It's too small, but still I'm impressed with the quality of the screen and the backup camera. The resolution is good, and then the trajectory lines do turn with the steering wheel, so that's a positive. Because I know this car is more expensive compared to the other cars. Oh, as soon as you leave the brake, it goes into park. I love that feature. Like I press reverse, and then I showed you trajectory lines turn with the steering wheel. That's cool because some cars don't have trajectory lines turning with the steering wheel. And now as I leave my brake foot from that, it goes on to park. That's a good feature. Overall, I would say like this car is quite minimalistic from the inside, not too fancy. We do have at least like we don't have a mirror nor a light, but we do have sunscreen shades to protect you from the sun. And then we do have a basic looking mirror. We do have assist and some cabin lights assist button and SOS button. And then this is, but we do have mirror for the passenger. What is this? Fiat, can you please give me the answer of why isn't there a mirror for the driver but for the passenger? I guess never mind. You can't be too mad, but I guess you would be looking at the price. But this is how it looks when it switches on. But as soon as you close it, you'll hear an ending chime. You hear that? That means it's closed. And then once you press this button, it unlocks your door and you can press it further. This is to open your door in emergencies. Now let's see the space in the second row. You guys might be wondering, this looks only a two-seater. Yeah, it has two doors, but it does have four seats. You guys might be shocked hearing that. So actually, guys, I won't be able to get back into the row because, as it's evident from here, you do have a cup holder there, but I don't get what's the use of a cup holder back there because there's literally no space. Maybe a kid can sit at the back, but yeah, the second row is kind of useless. It would be more used if you can basically, I guess, lay down these seats to get more storage in the cargo area. But that's all these seats are useful for. You can't sit at the back. At the front, we have this camera for the adaptive cruise control and to recognize the speed limit. These are its windshield wipers. Pretty basic, but serves the purpose. We are going to come onto the window sticker at the end. Stick around till the end for the window sticker. Now let's look at its key. For the key, it says it's a little hard to see on the camera, but it's like 500 mentioned on the back. And then we do have our lock and unlock function over here, a panic button, and our opening for the hatch. And now let's check out the space in its hatch. From the back, you just hit this button twice for the hatch. It should open up or unlock it. And then our backlight is down there. Pretty cool. So this is its cargo area. Now you guys let me know down in the comments what do you think about this cargo area. Do you think it's sufficient or not? Okay, so we can throw the seats down for extra storage. The one good thing is the second row, if nobody's sitting in that, you can throw both these seats down and then you'll get more cargo area in your trunk, but you have a cargo cover built in from the factory. That's cool and cute. But this is its cargo area if you have people sitting in the second row. This is the cargo area it has. I would say it's kind of practical and kind of not practical. It depends on how much stuff you carry. But if you are going for like a grocery shopping, you live alone, go for grocery shopping, then I would say this cargo area is sufficient. But it all depends on what activities you have and what hobbies you have. But yeah, these might be practical for some people. But if you like to go on road trips a lot and have huge stuff, then it might not be as practical. If you look from the side, it does look like it might have no cargo area space at all, but it surprisingly has a space in the cargo area. Once you're all done, it's just manual to close it down. And then it still has this like sloping back look, so it doesn't look too bad. Now let's look at its window sticker. This is our 2024 Fiat 500e. So our base MSRP is $32,500, but our total MSRP for this, like if you include it has no options to it, just the destination charge. So if you add this destination charge of around $1,600, your total MSRP comes out to $34,095. Yes, this car costs $34,000. You guys might be wondering, it's $34,000. Yes, you heard that right. It's $34,000. You might think you're not. I would say it might be a little overpriced since you don't get a lot, but at least you can go to the driver's seat from the passenger seat. You have space in between, then your gear shift is over here. They still give you a wireless charging pad, USB port, infotainment system. You still get electronic parking brake in it. But yeah, like for the storage space, you might say it's not worth $34,000. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you think this car is worth $34,000 or not? And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.